Hello guys and welcome to Autodesk Learning 101. So in this topic, we are going to explore the Revit Architecture 2019 user interface. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to open the exercise file that I'll be using, which is this one. So as you can see in Revit 2019, it will show you here, if whenever you select a project, it will show you here the version of that particular project, which is pretty useful so that you'll be having an idea what is the version of the file that you are opening. Right, so I'll be opening this one, and then when you open a Revit project, if you want to know what is the name of that project, you just need to look here at the title bar. So it says that this project is M underscore fire station underscore UI. And currently you are in 3D view. Okay, and aside from that, if you're going to look at the project browser, it will tells you that the current view that is open is 3D because it is highlighted. Okay, so I'm going to double click the main floor here, which is this one. So this is the project browser. It's like the table of contents of your project wherein you can see here all the views, all the sheets, the schedules, the families loaded in your project. So what I'm going to do is, let's say for example, I'm going to open the main floor here. So you just need to double click from the project browser and then it will open the main floor. Okay. Now to zoom in, all we have to do is to scroll up. Okay. Scroll down to zoom out. And then if you want to pan your drawing, you just need to hold the middle button and then you will be able to pan your drawing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom into this portion here. So I'm going to zoom in. Okay, and then if I'm going to hover my pointer, let's say to this element here, as you can see, there is a tooltip that appears. Okay, it says furniture M chair stacking, M chair stacking. Now, if that tooltip disappears, so another way for you to be able to know what is the name of this when you hover your pointer is that you just need to look here at the status bar. See, take a look. I'm going to hover and then look at the status bar there. It shows me also the name there of the family. Okay, so that is what you call the tooltip. So the tooltip is the one that appears whenever you hover your pointer. And then if you want to know, you can also check out your status bar here. Okay, so that's the tooltip. Okay, and aside from that, if I'm going to move the cursor, let's say for example to my wall, same. So you just, if you want to know what is the family of this, what is the name of the family, you just need to hover and then look at the status bar. It says walls, basic wall is exterior siding. So if I'm going to click this wall here, I'm going to click this. Okay, you will notice the color turns to red, indicating that the element is selected. Now, you can change the color here whenever you select the object. In my case, every time I hover my pointer to an object, it turns to green, right? But if I'm going to click an object, it will turns to red. So if you want to if you want to modify that color, you can go to the file and then you can go to options, and then after that you can go to graphics, and then you can change from here. You can change the selection color to red. You can change the pre-selection to color green. You can even change the background in case you are already used in using AutoCAD. You can change that to black if you want. Then okay, and then okay, and then it will turns to black. Okay, so it's up to you. Okay, so going back, I'm going to select the applications menu. I'm going to select the options, graphics. I'll change the background so that I want that white, then okay, and then okay. Okay, so that's how you modify the graphics or the color of your object. Okay, now again, I'm going to select the object. Let's say this wall, I'm going to select. It will turns to red, indicating that the object is already selected. Now, if you are going to check your properties here, if you want to change this, you can click the drop down arrow. You can change the type of that particular wall that you have selected, but we are not going to do that. So I'm just showing you that this is your type selector. So when you click, it will show you here some options for you to be able to change that type. Okay, so this is your type selector here. Now, if you select an element, the properties here, this is what we call instance properties. So when you say instance properties, that is the property wherein if you change, for example, the unconnected height here, it will only affect this selected object, okay? Because this is an instance. So if you click this will becomes instance properties. So any changes that you made on the instance properties will only affect the selected element. Okay, but if you are going to select this, it will open the type properties. Now, these type properties, okay, if you're going to take a look here, it tells us that this element here, the family is system family basic wall, and then the type is exterior siding. If you are going to change the type parameters here, these properties here, what will happen? It will not only change this element that you have selected, but all the element that is having this type. Okay, in other words, if you created this type of wall, let's say you created 100 type of this element, and then you change these properties here, all those 100 elements will also be updated, even though this is the only element that you have selected. Why? Because you are modifying the type already, the type properties. This is different from the instance properties. Here, any changes that you made on the instance properties will only affect the selected element. But here, if you change the properties here on the type properties, it will change all the elements that has this type, the end that has this family. All right. Okay, so I'm now going to cancel this to close the dialog box. Now, another thing that you can check out this is, okay, by the way, if you are going to deselect the element that you have selected, you just need to escape. Okay, just escape, or you just select here, modify. There you go. Now, another thing that I want you to check out here is the options bar. Okay, the options bar. This is what we call the options bar. Okay, so the options bar will only show you options if you select a command or if you select an object. Like, for example, if I click a wall here, you will notice the options bar here will populate. So these options here is only for the command that you have selected, which is the wall. Okay? So if you're going to terminate it, you select modify, it will becomes blank again. Okay? So you can refer to the first video that I have created because I also discussed there the options bar. Okay, so what else? So let's say I want to go to the elevation view of this project. So if I want to go to the elevation view of this project, so again, from the project browser, just look for elevation. So let's say I'm going to open the south. So I open the south here. So it will now open the south elevation. Okay. So any changes that you made here, it will affect all the views. All right. And let's say you want to see again the 3D view. So you can double click the 3D here. It will open the 3D view. Okay. And you can also go to the view tab, and then you can select from the windows here, you can tile the views. So it arranges all open views within the application window tiled so you can see each one in the drawing area. Like for example, We have opened the main floor, we have opened the south elevation, we have opened the 3D. If you want all of these three views to be open, okay, in your current view, you can go to View tab, Windows, and then you can click Tile Windows, or you can simply type WT. All right. So I'm going to select Tile Views. So this is now your tile view. Now, if you want all of these views to be zoom extents, so all you have to do is to right click, and then you can select zoom to fit. So it will become zoom to fit. So if you want all of this to zoom to fit at the same time, for example, you want all of this, so what you can do is you can click this drop down here, this one, and then you can select zoom all to fit. Okay, zoom all to fit. You can click that, and as you can see, it's now zoom all to fit. All right. So if you close one view, like for example, the south elevation, you can close that. You can select again tile views, so it will tile again the view. Okay. Again, you can click this one, and then you can select zoom to fit. Oops. Zoom to fit or zoom all to fit. All right. So basically, this is the some of the user interface in Revit 2019. Okay. In our next topic, we are going to discuss the Revit elements and families. Okay. So hopefully you like this video. If you have any comments or suggestions, just put it on the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Once again, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.